Edgy Tim here. Hope everyone's doing well. Hope you're bundled up and welcome to November. We are in the quarterfinal round and looking forward to a very busy Saturday for the IHSA State playoffs. Today, breaking down Class 6A, some great matchups. Let's start at the very top. And again, we discussed this really when the brackets came out, how stacked the upper portion of 6A is, and it continues with Phillips on the road taking on Cary Grove in Cary. And again, a tall task playing in Cary, certainly at this time of the year. I like the Trojans here. I'm taking Cary Grove to beat Phillips and give you a few more insights and reasons why. Again, a lot of familiarity this week for Phillips, which is a positive for them. Taking on Cary Grove, that runs, for the most part, an identical system to Prairie Ridge offensively, a lot of veer. But the difference with this Cary Grove team is they are very capable of the forward pass. And I think that is going to open things up just enough for the Trojans to be able to maybe find a way or two to dent a very good Phillips defense. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I love watching Mike Larson's defense at Phillips. Man on man, and it's our best 11 against your best 11. And they are going to challenge Cary Grove, and they're going to dare them to run as well as throw the ball. And again, more of my concerns with Phillips is on the offensive side. I know that Jaleel Billingsley has stepped up and kid's had a terrific year. He's done everything that the Wildcats have asked him to do, including playing quite a bit of quarterback here in the postseason. But my concerns with Phillips offensively goes back to, heck, when I saw them week 2 down at East St. Louis in the Scholars Classic against Chaminade, and it was just, you could tell that offensively this Wildcat team isn't quite where the other last 3 or 4 great Phillips teams have been offensively, just not quite at that level. And I think that kind of comes to roost this week. So again, I like Cary Grove at home over Phillips. Antioch Notre Dame, intriguing game in my book. Antioch perfect on the year, 11-0. Great offense. The Caliamanis kids. I mean, Athan, Dino. A great addition to an Antioch team that already had a lot of starters back, so it just made a strong team even stronger. They have scored quite a few points this year offensively. Traveling to Niles Notre Dame, never an easy place to play, never an easy place to pull out a win. The Dons defensively have been strong all year, especially in the postseason. And I think in this game, Antioch is a high-powered offense, but I don't think it's anything that Notre Dame hasn't seen this year. And as I mentioned, defensively, Notre Dame's been very good all year. I think they find a way of slowing up this Antioch offense just enough to hopefully get the win. And again, I say hopefully because my only concern with Notre Dame these days is offensively, I'd like to see a few more points being scored out of the Dons. And I know, there's been issues with Ty Gavin on and off here in the late season, whether how healthy he's been. But again, this is a Notre Dame team that I think is capable of some bigger things here, capable of breaking out here a little bit offensively too. So we will see. Great game though, but I do like Notre Dame at home over Antioch. Normal West at Richards. Had a chance to see Richards live last week. Slow start first half, offensively in particular. But again, Tony Sheehan and his guys made some nice adjustments. Able to get Sebastian Castro the football a little bit more, ran him a little bit more Wildcat. Able to really generate some momentum early in the third quarter, and Richards really never looked back after that. Normal West, a lot to offer. Run and pass. Davion McWhirter, running backs, have a big year for the Wildcats. As well as junior quarterback I like quite a bit, Carson Camp, who, again, good-sized kid, really good arm, and the Wildcats can hit you a couple of different ways. I just think Richards a little bit too much here, especially at home. So I like Richards getting the win over Normal West. And probably the toughest game, one of the toughest games for me to figure out here is Washington on the road at Crete-Monee. The Panthers have been perfect this year, pull out a thrilling walk-off win last week against Sacred Heart Griffin, taking on a Crete-Monee team that a lot of people have overlooked, but a lot of talent at Crete. John Konecki does a great job with that offense. They'll go shotgun spread. They'll go no huddle. They can change tempo. There's a lot of things you're going to have to defend if you're Washington in this ballgame against that Crete-Monee offense. And Crete's got quite a bit of talent as well. So again, a lot to consider, but I just think Washington's been kind of on a mission here. I think Washington This will be a really tight game, and I think Washington's able to pull away with the win. Again, nothing easy because I think Creed's really going to come after him. But again, so my winners, I like Cary Grove over Phillips, Notre Dame over Antioch, Richards over Normal West, and then finally I'm taking Washington to beat Crete Monee. Thanks everybody for watching. Have a great quarterfinal weekend.